Merry Meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. This is a general reading for all signs for today, the 25th of June, 2023. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Deline, and moderating on Twitch is, I'm not sure, the lovely Deline, I think. Thank you so much, Deline, and thank you to everybody for joining us today for this general reading. I am reading with this beautiful Broken Mirror Tarot. This is the Marseille Sapphire edition, and I'm going to purify with this 4711 Aqua de Colonia Verbena. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. You can find information about how to purchase these products in the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel, and my goodness, that smells delicious. Like I said, it's a general reading for all signs. Now, if you're watching this on a restream on YouTube, you can fast forward through all of this shuffling by just using the timestamp right in the video description and get right to the reading. I don't read with card reversals. I like to say that just because sometimes people get a little nervous when they see me flipping cards right side up. It's just how I like to read, and it works great for me. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. If you want to watch on Twitch without any ads, you can subscribe to us there. This reading goes out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it, because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the Zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available for easy location on my website at ariels-corner.com, arielscorner with a hyphen.com. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're watching live on YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat if you feel like giving a donation that way. And if you're on a restream and you want to stay on YouTube, you can just use a super thanks. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. Those are all affiliate links over there, but you can pick up your own tarot deck that you like, and we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate you being here, and I'm going to do my best to give you the most accurate reading I can. So let me just give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for everybody today. And I sure hope you're having a wonderful day, and if not, I hope this can turn it around for you. Okay, well, we're starting out with something you're leaving, and that's this 3 of Swords, which is a lot of grief. That's grieving, it's loss, mourning. It's not a happy thing. Now, for some of you, it's not as extreme as for others, but there's definitely been some not happy moments recently. So that's what you're trying to come out of. And this is where you are. This is that 4 of Cups, and this is telling you how to complete a lot of this stuff. And let's just get the whole reading out here first. Then we have the 5 of Cups. So we've got a couple of issues here, and it's I want to open this reading up in a minute, but let's just get to the base reading. There's some emotional conflict, and a lot of it is grief-oriented, loss-oriented, or fear of grief, fear of loss. It's telling you that the way out is up, and the only way up is for you to really commit to a very defined spiritual practice. And the reason why it should be defined, at least temporarily, is that it's something that your conscious mind can attach to and rely on, rather than doing some free-form sort of spirituality, which is always fine. But right now, it's saying the best way for you to really kind of move out of this emotional conflict and move out of this massive grief that so many of you feel so pressured by is to have a very definite spiritual practice, something that you do every single day. It might be meditational practice, or prayer practice, psalm practice, magical practice, something that you do every single day. Maybe you do the ritual of the pentagram every single morning. Maybe you meditate for 5 minutes every single day. Whatever it is having that definite, systematic approach to a spiritual practice is your ticket up. All right, now I'm going to open this reading up because there's a lot more to the story than this. So I want to because I don't need to tell you that you're not, that many of you are not having the best time emotionally right now, and that you're feeling conflicted. And so this reading is all about moving above that, rising above that, without denying what you're going through. That's the ticket. You don't want to just pretend like it's not there and say, okay, I'm going to rise above it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to know what it is that you're rising above, and then choose not to dwell on it. Right? To honor it, accept it, learn whatever lessons need to be learned, and then rise above it. So we've got a King of Coins, nice. We've got the Death card, which I love, and the Queen of Cups. So you're going to be fine. The issue here is that, for one thing, some of you need to spiritualize your belongings better, because you don't want this separation of like, well, here's my physical life, here's my business, here's my whatever is in my money, my things, and then here's my spiritual life over here. It's saying that you really want to bring everything together and allow yourself to see everything as part of your spiritual life, and not have those divisions right now. This Death card is talking about using your spiritual practice to kill off your problems, to kill off your the pests in your garden. Right, so you've been planting some seeds of things that you want, and you're doing well in certain areas of your life. Yet there's, like I said, this grief or this emotional discord, whatever the problems are. They're like pests in your garden that need to be taken care of, and you've got to exterminate them. And the way to do that, like I said a minute ago, is through that spiritual practice. And that spiritual practice is like it's like a source of light that destroys the darkness around you. And you don't have to think about, now I need to kill this pest, and I need to kill that pest, I need to banish this, I need to banish that. You need to focus on your spiritual practice and let the light that generates do all of that for you. And you don't have to be so involved in sifting through everything and looking for what needs to be banished or eliminated from your life. You need to take care of your own inner spiritual health, and almost like a spiritual hygiene, right? By doing that daily spiritual practice, and that takes care of these things for you. Death works on your behalf for that. Death becomes the servant that does it for you, and you don't have to. In fact, it's saying, please don't start to micromanage what things need to be banished and what things need to stay. You focus on that spiritual practice. You focus on your part of it, which is that daily conjuring of the light within you, and allow the problems to start dying in spite of it. In spite of yourself, right? Without even worrying about it. Now, this Queen of Cups is talking about that your focus needs to be on that all the time, that nurturing of that inner world, that nurturing of the spiritual practice that's being discussed here, and that understanding that some of the emotional conflict that you're feeling is a blessing in disguise. So that's why it's important for you not to sort of like say, okay, I don't want this, I don't want that, I want this, I want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. A lot of what we think we want and don't want are based on real skewed understandings of what is good for us. So it's saying that if you can just focus on the spiritual practice and let it do its work for you, then you can nurture that practice. You can nurture that light within you, and let all of these other things take care of themselves. Just let them take care of themselves. Now, one of the things here too is this King of Coins is, I think some of you don't realize how far you've come on a very practical level. I mean, some of you have done really well on the practical side of life. And right now it's saying you don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You don't need to throw out everything and then become spiritual. You need to allow that spiritual practice to spiritualize everything. So a lot of what you've done well in the financial realm for some of you, or in business, or in your work, or in your job, or maybe even in overcoming some health problems, all of those things are safe. You don't have to worry about losing anything that you love by allowing this death energy to kill off everything that doesn't support life. You have to learn how to trust that the light knows what it's doing. When you turn a light on in a dark room, you don't say, now, I want you to make sure that some of this darkness is preserved, right? It doesn't work like that. The light knows exactly what it's doing. It dispels all the illusion. It dispels the darkness so that you can see what's in the room, right? It's not cursing the darkness. It's not warring against the darkness. It's revealing that the darkness isn't there. The light is revealing that darkness is nothing. It's just an absence of light. But once the light is no longer absent, the darkness can't exist. And that darkness, again, I'm not giving any kind of value judgment on darkness as like darkness is evil or something. It's just that darkness is the absence of light. And when that light comes on because of this continued spiritual practice of yours, a lot of what you thought was bad, you see in a new light, and it's not bad. It's just you didn't understand it. And a lot of what you thought was bad is gone because it wasn't part of who you are organically. But the point is that this spiritual practice on a very practical daily basis, again, not trying to recreate the wheel every day. Find something that you like to do and do it over and over and over again, and really deepen into that daily routine for a while. What that does, like I said, is generate that light within you to such an extent that you can see what's before you. And you realize that a lot of this grief, a lot of this discord was just you stumbling in the dark because you didn't know where you were going, right? If you don't turn the light on and you trip over the carpet, it's not that the carpet's evil. It's just that you couldn't see what you were doing. And so once the light is turned on, you can see where you're going. Right? So again, we're not saying don't honor what you're going through. I mean, if you're going through loss, if you're going through grief, if you're going through, problems, you need to honor that, but you don't need to dwell there. You don't need to dwell in it. You don't need to sit in a dark room sobbing. You need to turn on that light and let the light do the work for you. And you'll be guided. You'll know what to do, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And it's really going to be quite lovely because as death continues to cut through all of the blockages to this light, and that light shines more clearly, and so you can see where you're going to really have quite a journey for yourself, because you're going to be nurturing all of those parts of yourself that you might not have been able to give time to and attention to, because you've been dealing so much with stumbling in the dark, trying to just not fall over every day. So as that light comes and you can see where you're going, boy, you have a lot more to do, and it's wonderful. So if you have time today, listen to that meditation on the death card that you can find on my main channel, YouTube channel, or on my website, ariels-corner.com. If you click on the tarot meditations, that death card meditation is called Letting Problems Die. What a wonderful thing to do today. Let those problems die. Get into that spiritual practice, lean into that spiritual practice, let the light return so that you can see where you're going. And once you can see where you're going, the sky really is the limit. All right, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I will be back on Tuesday for another general reading. We're off tomorrow. Thank you so much to Delene for moderating today on YouTube and Twitch, and we will see you all on Tuesday. Blessed be.